All right, guys, welcome back. Episode 15 of the Bay Online Poker Series vlogs. We're back with another session today. It's getting to that point where we played Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You know, once we get around to Wednesday, Thursday, you know, we're definitely kind of looking forward for maybe a day off of the grind. But, you know, I was just looking, man, we have about 6-7 days left of a lot of these major series. The Million Series on Party is extended for another week. So we're going to be playing that main event, playing some events throughout that week afterwards. But, you know, the main events are happening this weekend. So, man, this is it. Like, we got to make every session count. And that's kind of fired me up a little bit today. Can't let these sessions go to waste because this series, it's going to be over soon. It's going to be over soon. So, yeah. Part of me is like, oh, I would love a day off. The other part of me is thinking a couple times a year, get these juicy tourneys. Let's make it count. So Wednesday session, that's what it's all about. Showing up, playing my A game, no tilting, and let's see what we can do. All right, let's do our daily quiz. Today we're gonna do the Monday imposition. Post flop, check small bet. Ace 4, they raise pre, we call, they bet big. I think it's still too much to fold. Yeah. Raise 3-bet call, they shove. I think we have to call this one with the ace of hearts. Just beating like queen 10, king queen, some flush draws. I don't know. I think this combo calls. It's close. Ace, king, ace of hearts, king of spades is calling 38% due to having the king of spades and maybe like blocking some nut flush draws. But then if we also look at the ace of hearts here, it's 100% call. Ace of hearts here, it's 100% call. So I guess just having that king of spades and the ace of hearts. Wow. All right. Well, that's tricky. King, queen. Raise, call, check, small bet, raise. It's quite small. It's quite small. I think it's a call. I mean, it's a bad combo. It's ugly, but I think it's small enough that we call. Or fold. Wow, call or raise. What? That's crazy. All right. Well, call mainly, 87% of the time. Pocket sixes, under the gun raise, 3-bet call, c-bet small. Whole range is gonna do this. Queen jack suited, we raise, small blind calls, and then they lead. We're gonna call. We don't want to like raise and get jammed on and fold this equity. Any 9, any 10, any jack, any queen, any king, any ace, any diamond. They're all playable cards. I don't imagine we're going to fold here. Jack 10, raise, 3-bet call, c-bet, call. Yeah, it does a bit of both. Queen jack suited again. This time it's a 3-bet pot and they c-bet. We're going to fold. Good. King jack. Raise, 3-bet call, shove, call. Queen 10, facing that same check raise. Is it a call? Actually, it's not the same check raise, but similar. And I'm gonna fold this one. Yeah. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Spent some time doing some of these quizzes, catching up. I missed a couple of days. I would do the daily quiz with you guys, but I wasn't doing my own quizzes, completing all the rest of them. So did a bunch of quizzes there, and now it's time to get into the session. All right, the series going into the 22nd of May, currently sitting at minus $1,000. Pretty much playing an even series so far, but doing pretty well for volume. We've played 475 events. I think in previous series, I actually definitely played more tournaments than that. But this series have been more about game selection and, you know, playing events that I think are basically important and skipping a lot of side events that are, you know, if I think of like a fitness term, it'd be junk volume, you know, stuff that's not super important to the schedule. That's just going to kind of burn me out. Yeah, it might be a little bit of cashes here, but it's also going to be a lot of just bust outs and energy spent. So yeah, 475 tournaments for the month so far. Do have that day 2 locked up for Monday. There's also a couple of other day 2s we've locked up for the end of the month. So Yeah, not so bad. Sitting down 1,000, couple of day twos, and you know, a couple sessions left. Going thin for value. This is the thinnest part of my value range. Oh, close. Ace ace, set the trap. Nice. Okay, hour one in the books. Pretty good start to the day. In the 109 millions, we are 7 out of 72 with an early bounty. 215 deep stacks. We've chipped up pretty good here to 109 out of 520. Hopefully we can leverage that into some more bounties now that we cover most of the field. I feel like I didn't get the most sleep last night. I feel like I'm on borrowed time when it comes to my energy right now. Like I feel like mid-afternoon is, I'm worried. I'm worried about how tired I'm gonna be mid-afternoon, but I'm just gonna, I guess, cross that bridge when it comes. I feel like it's fake energy right now. I got caffeine energy. Sometimes you get a good sleep and you feel like you got that natural energy. Today I feel like kind of half wired, half just caffeinated. All right, 3-bet pot, raise, 3-bet, C-bet, double barrel. And it's a cooler. Nice big pot there, 90 big blinds. Go for a bounty here. 2 bounties, actually. Gotta dodge most of the board. All right, we still actually get this bounty, I think. Or did they cover them? I don't know. All right, we had some interesting pots here in the 215. Pocket threes against the short stack raise. I mean, we have a ton of chips on the button. I kind of like the wide flat here. Like a small pair against the shallow stack's not super good, but I don't know. The blinds come along. We get to play the button. I don't think it's going to be too good or too bad here, basically. We do go heads up, though. Ace 4 6. And they go for a bet of 1.5 big blinds. I don't think we want to fold any pairs against this size with the backdoor straight draw as well. If they have a hand like kings or queens or jacks just going for 1 blind, if they have a suited Broadway, we're going to be able to actually take the pot away on a lot of different runouts. So, yeah, we go for the call. Turns the 5. So now I'm kind of thinking like, okay, 7 8, 6 5 suited, all these suited aces, ace jack, ace 10 that might want to flatten, not 3-bet pre-flop. So yeah, I'm really liking the way my range looks. My actual hand is kind of whatever here, but since I have so many nice looking hands in my range now, I just start to bet small as a bluff. It's like kind of a semi bluff, like just trying to fold out king, queen, king, jack, random bluffs. And on the river, if they call, we can go for another bluff basically. And that's what's happening here. My range can have some ace 4, ace 6, ace 5, ace jack, ace 10. Can have some sets. And yeah, 7 8 suited, 6 5 suited. We get the fold. A couple of hands later, we go for the flat with the 8s. 3 ways to the flop. Check, check, bet, call. Big blind folds, under the gun calls. And the turn is the 5, so it brings in the 4-liner to the 3. But our opponent's under the gun, so really not a threat of a 3 here. If they did have a hand like pocket kings checking the flop, they're usually going to go for a check raise. So 8s is actually a pretty strong hand here, especially with the double flush draws. I want to go for another street of value. I think it's possible they could still have some overpairs, but yeah, definitely want to go for value against the flush draws, against like ace 6, ace 5, and check, check, big pot here. Ace 3 from under the gun, just the worst case, pretty much. So yeah, unfortunate. They went for a check raise on the flop, small bet on the turn, and then check on the river. I have a lot of 8x here, some like jack 9, jack 10 type hands. The more jack X they have, the less I like going for this non-greedy sizing. Yeah, they have 9 8. Like, I don't know, we could be very greedy and just shove the river. It doesn't seem too bad. But yeah, we get some good value. Hey, we shipped a little Sadie here to the 215 later today. It's been tanking for a while. Might get a light call here. Oh, he's got 4-4 for 30 bigs. Oh. Oof. Ace queen against 5s over here, GG. And jacks against ace 9. 3 in a row. All right, cool spot here in the 215. Get the call for a bounty and big chip up spot. Nice, let's go. Okay, so we are a couple hours into the grind now, and the buy-ins and cashes are 26.86 and 215. If I had to rate the session so far, a 10 being we're running insane, winning every pot, playing like a legend. If that was a 10, and like a 3 is like kind of on my C game, don't really have a lot going on. That's like a 3. I would say right now it's a 6. I'd say we're sitting at a 6, close to a 7. 54 main, we got a nice double bounty spot here. Sweet. All right, my way less impressive stack at the 525 against the button here. Button has a pair. We have a big pair now. Very nice. King for the 125 bounty, short stack. Nice. Okay, for another 150 bounty, blind versus blind here. Can we stack them up? Nice. Okay, 13 out of 120 with 325 bounties in the 215. It's a great start. Still need to lose half the field to make the money. It's a pretty deep tournament, but doing well for now. How's this for a pot? Ace, ace. Go for the 3-bet. Damien calls. And they go for a big lead. I'm thinking maybe some flush draws, some king, queen. You know, like... I'm thinking good things overall here, for sure. So we go for the call. Turn is an absolute brick. Flopped the freaking deuces, man. So yeah, we just lost most of our stack, almost our whole stack here. 109, PKO, ace, king, ace, 9. Okay, it wouldn't be the 525 without a multi-way all-in. So I raise this player who's playing every single hand, calls, short stack all-in for 4, Tom ISOs. We cover both of these stacks. This range is super wide, so the breakdown, just lost a flip there. The breakdown is that we have an easy shove, and we gotta hope to run good. Against this range to stay alive. If they fold, then we just sweat it. If they call, we gotta beat this hand to stay in the tournament. Wouldn't be the 525 without a multi-way sweat. I don't know how this always happens, but all right. So we gotta beat Queen Jack to stay alive. Still just gotta beat Queen Jack to stay alive. All right, so we don't get the bounty, but we're not out. Ace king in the 22. Chop it up. And we have kings here in the 215. We just lost a flip the last hand, ace king against 9s. At least we get a good hand to get back into the tournament with. All right. So we're back to 11 blinds. That was a lot of action, holy. All right, cut off against button in the 530 mystery bounty. Okay, 78 blinds and a 530. What could go wrong? Everything, every time, every day. Now you'll have to excuse my tilt a little bit with the 500s. It's not good mental game, I will admit. However, I have played 2 to 3 $500 tournaments every day of the series. So that's 16 sessions now. And I have cashed one of them. And, you know, I might not be the best player on the planet, but it just seems low. It seems like the top of my buy-in range might not be going super well. All right, 8 big blinds left, 8 in the middle, top 2 pair. GG. Oh, that's a good turn. That is a good turn. Very nice. All right, probably not gonna have any fold equity here. King, king. It's 5-5, the 109. So we have 20 blinds here. We're still one of the shortest stacks, 10 away from the cash. That's the spot. Blinds and cash is sitting at 34.98 and 435. 109 mystery bounty, big spot here. Nice. King, king again in the 109. I think this is the last hand I showed you in this tournament was also kings. There's still 30 left, 23 get paid, so the field is not moving much. See if we can hold against ace jack. Yeah. Ace jack, ace 10 in the 109, no good. Aces are good. Aces are real good. In the 500. Good pot, back to 35 bigs. So session is going well. Session's going well. Feel like I'm playing well more than like I'm not talking about all ins as much. I'm kind of just talking about how I feel like the game is, and I feel like the game's good today. You know, if anything, I might be like, anything it's like, I'm almost like too sharp today. And what I mean by that is sometimes just being patient is a little bit better than like fighting for every single pot all day, like check raise, double barrel, blah, blah, blah. Like sometimes having a patient session, you know, patience is definitely a skill in tournaments. But yeah, that's just not really how today's worked out. It's been a pretty feisty day, and it has resulted in some stacks, so we'll see how they develop. But yeah, probably at like the halfway point. All right, ace king suited in the money here, final 44. All right, big flip in the money. Nice. It's currently my only in the money table, so yeah, much needed. So here, I think for a third of our stack, for a more than a min bounty, I think we want to ISO queen jack here. Okay, it is a flip. Pretty important flip. I've played this in a very, very sneaky and interesting way. See if it pays off. It does. It does. I guess that's only half of the truth. It's possible I could have got the money in a variety of different ways, but they raise, I just call in the big blind. I'm gonna do some slow playing in the big blind with aces here. So flop goes check, check. And I'm kind of thinking like, if they check to 10, they're gonna bet. If they checked 8s and 9s and 6s and 5s, they're gonna bet. They're gonna bet a 7 a lot of the time. And I kind of blocked them having ace highs, so maybe it's slightly more likely that they're gonna have some kind of like queen jack, king 9, like some kind of hand that maybe can bluff, since I have 2 of the aces here. And a little less likely they have some sort of ace high potentially, so decided check might be kind of cool, and they do go for the bet. River is the jack. I think we can either lead here or check it over to them, but if I'm expecting them to bluff some hands like king 9 and king 8, they're probably going to follow through on this river, this high card, over card. If they have a jack, they're going to value bet anyway. They actually value bet a 7, so they're clearly value betting, you know, wide enough, and also we give them a chance to bluff, so we check it over, we go for the shove, and we call. So that's pretty nice. Ace, queen, king, jack of the 215 all in. Nice, 55 bigs. All right, this is our only deep run, 16 out of 25. We have a great spot here. $290 bounty. They have queens. Man, such a sick hand to run into. Ugh. Brutal. All right, these tables are dropping like flies. We only got 4 games left for the day, and we are, well, I'll show you the totals. So as it stands right now, we have 4,600 in buy-ins. I don't know how this got so big. I mean, a couple of 320. We had 2 320s, I guess a couple of 500s, quite a few 215s. I guess it makes sense. Does feel like a lot of buy-ins. Cashes are at 780. Really nothing good in here, to be honest. We are, deep in this tournament. I'm sitting 20 out of 20 though. 462 in bounties plus. Currently locked up 463 in cash. So this is going to be good for $900 or so at the moment. We got this 55 turbo, this 55 6 max PKO, and then the 215 day one. So yeah, down about 4K with 2 55s, 1 deep run, and 8 big blinds. Not really the spot you want to be in after a losing session yesterday, but I don't know, man. Today it was a pretty good grind. I don't really know where the stacks went. I felt like I played pretty well today. I'm kind of speaking like the day's already over and I've already lost. Like I do have a nice stack in the money. If I can spin that up, could be a very different next scene. But yeah, as it stands, it's these midweek sessions. Could be another losing Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not sure, but whatever, man. We're showing up. Like I said this morning, it's not so many days left in this series, so I'm glad I showed up and put in a good effort. And you know what? I'm actually happy I spent 4,500 in buy-ins. That means I showed up and I was actually trying and putting in volume. So yeah, some positives to take away. Hopefully we can spin it up. Let's get it. Queens against nines, stone bubble. Big pot. Let's go. All right, here we go. Stay alive. Nice. All right, final 17, 8 big blinds in the cutoff. Good luck. It's a flip. Oh, another final 2-table run. Pretty much, anyway. GG. Does bring our cashes up to 1,700 on the day, but that was kind of the run. That was the one. All right, we just lost one of our last 3 tables here. They shove, we call. Just a bad beat. So we're down to 2 tables. Down to 2 tables. They're both $55 tournaments, and we're down a few thousand. So this is just about executing good strategy and hoping for the best at this point. All right, I went for a check raise and a barrel, but this board did not run out how I wanted it to. Small check raise, small barrel, and they riveted queen. Okay, down to 30 bigs. Oh, come on, man, come on. Oh, that's both of the 55s done with. Final bust out hand in this one. I didn't capture it. There it is. I had open ender on the flop. They had a better open ender. Theirs had a pair. I did have the ace of spades, overcard, and whatever else, but yeah, not a great hand to be against. All right, that's a wrap on another poker session. I guess a little disappointed. I mean, I'm not really so disappointed that the session didn't go well, like a little bit maybe, but it's more just like, what happened today? Even watching back a lot of those clips, I've already seen a lot of the clips from the vlog today when I was going through and editing them, and I'm like, where did all my stacks go? Like, there was a decent amount of all-ins that I won, and I felt like my game was sharp today, but the cards just, I don't know, they just didn't fall the right way, I suppose. I feel like, I don't know, today should have been better or something like that, but now I'm already kind of looking forward to tomorrow's session. Tomorrow the schedule looks pretty freaking good. You know, aside from Sunday, the Thursday schedule seems to be beefed up a little bit, and tomorrow's schedule does look pretty good. There's some good tournaments, and I think it'll be one of our biggest sessions we have left. You know, my goal now post-session, aside from the obvious things, is just to make myself kind of hyped for tomorrow. And I already am, right? I can see tomorrow being closer to a Sunday session level of buy-ins. So, yeah. Our job now is to do a little bit of study tonight like we always do, and really just get ourselves prepped for a sick grind tomorrow. Okay, so that's it for the session, episode 15, session 16. That was a weird day. That was a really weird day, because even just watching through the clips, I just watched through all the clips that you guys just saw. Like, I feel like I won a ton of hands. Like, I won a lot of all-in, stacks were being built, and it looked like actually a pretty good session, but I'm left wondering where all my stacks went. Because at the end of the day, we had, and where did all these buy-ins come from too? Like, today was sneaky big in the buy-in department, 4.6 thousand for not a short session, but wasn't like a marathon either. So that was, yeah, I don't know, a bit of a weird session. I think I played well today, and my energy's good, and my tilt is, I basically have no tilt after today's session. I don't feel burnt out or disappointed or anything like that. I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it was weird. Like, I feel like I could have made money today, you know? I will say is that tomorrow's schedule is pretty nice. Tomorrow's schedule looks really good. There's a lot of big tournaments that kind of suit my eye for, you know, prize pool or structure or buy-in level or whatever. I was kind of hoping we'd be up a lot of money or something at this point, and I could start to fire harder. But you know, I got to follow my own rules. You know, I have a buy-in range I want to play for this series, and it's going to be mostly $100, $200 tournaments. If I could play only 109s or 215s, maybe 320s as well. If I could play in that range all the time, I would. But yeah, it's a mix of 22 to 530. And, you know, in my head, I was kind of like, you know what, if we're crushing the series and like we're up a decent amount of money, then I will maybe take some shots in some of the bigger tournaments, the 1Ks, the 2Ks, if things are going awesome. But they're not. So this is where the discipline comes in, because, you know, things aren't necessarily going awesome. So it's about following the plan and following bankroll management. I guess the point is just like having a plan for a series like this, as far as bankroll management goes, and sticking to it. That's a skill, and I'm following mine. All right, these midweek sessions continue to torment me. Today's session, 4,700 in buy-ins and 1,800 in cashes for minus 2.9 thousand day. We already talked about the results plenty. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I don't feel too bad about it. And we carry on. I was thinking I would do my study a little bit earlier today. My poker brain is not quite as fried. And I think tonight I think I just want to relax, getting the study out of the way here now at around 7 p.m., getting a quick workout in, and then maybe just hanging out with the girlfriend tonight, maybe watching some TV, like some actual, like just chill time, so that tomorrow I just wake up and feel good and ready to play one of the biggest sessions of the month. So that's the plan. Let's do some study right now. Maybe something to do with ICM, deep stage, money bubble, something from paired. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so the first little bit of study I wanted to do is I think we should do like maybe 10 to 20 questions here of this ICM spot, part of the paired app, the ICM tier. Again, link to this is always in the description. I've just put it in every description of every vlog since we are doing so much study. But so this is ICM sims of a GG Masters High Roller 1K final table. So basically what's going on here is we're playing a 1K final table, and this has all the payouts and ICM implications taken into account to all these spots. So this one we raise called 8s as the short stack. Here we have ace-8 offsuit. Big stack's 3-betting us. This is good. You know, if we're raising a hand like this, we're not raising it to get it in. We're just kind of mixing it into kind of like a steal. You know, ace-9 and ace-8, basically we're stealing. Ace-10 even a little bit, king-jack. Yeah, we're just trying to steal with these hands. King-queen against the big stack on the button. Ooh. I would be very shocked to see if we're folding. I mean, even though there's 2 short stacks, I think it's maybe either. Very tempting to shove, but king queen suited is a good call. I'm gonna go shove. Yeah. All right, so yeah, in this sim, basically if you're out of position against the big stack, it just doesn't want you to really click the call button very much. You just kind of want to shove and then play tight with weak stuff. So you don't want to kind of play passive out of position and go post flop. But yeah, it just wants you to basically shove strong hands, do a lot of tight folding, right? Like you're sitting here with king jack suited against the chip leader and you just fold. That's what this strategy wants to do with these other short stacks. So yeah, I'm glad I got that one right. Although, to be fair, I think calling would do fine. Like, I think it's worth mentioning that calling would do fine. Ace-4 suited, gonna open it up. Yeah, so we're opening tight, right? Like we're folding ace-10 offsuit, we're folding king-jack offsuit. We're not opening queen-9 and jack-9. We are opening tighter, but we're still playing our best suited stuff and a lot of the suited aces here with close to 40 blinds at the FT. So we're second shortest stack now. We get 3-bet from one of the mid stacks. I think we're just folding here. I know these suited aces kind of get mixed into the shove, but I think this one's just going to be a fold. I think we just shove strong stuff here mainly. Yeah, let's see. Yep, just strong stuff. Good. 7-6. Short stack raises. And we're sitting here with all the chips in the world. I think given our stack size, we're calling. Yeah, I mean, we're not defending like crazy wide because their range is quite tight, but yeah, we're still defending a lot here, even though their range is very tight. Ace-5 suited, small blind. Went limp, raise, re-raise. Ooh. Probably jam. Probably jam. They're supposed to do a lot of bluffing. It could be a call as well, but just like, I feel like less calling is happening in general, so it's probably shove. Because like their strategy, because this is all like GTO stuff, right? So their strategy is supposed to have like a lot of limp and bluffs. So yeah, we just shoved the suited aces. I said not so much calling is happening. There is actually a ton of calling happening in the strong region here, but I felt like with these ones, not so much. Let's go to the ranges for the quiz here. Let's look at small blind. So this is small blind facing a raise, and they're supposed to 3-bet to 10 big blinds with this kind of stuff. So they're supposed to bluff with a lot of like offsuit aces as like kind of semi bluffs, some big suited aces, king 3 suited. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how accurate this range looks like, but this is kind of what their non-all-in strategy is going to look like. So some of their best stuff, I think people would induce other kind of hands, like probably queens, definitely kings. Yeah, like limp calling queens, jacks. I don't really see that happening. I think kings would just probably go non-all-in as well. Ace king suited probably. Yeah. Anyway, and then yeah, you might see some more like random bluffs here, some offsuit kings and stuff like that. But anyway. All right, so far we've done 7 questions. Let's do a few more. Here we raise and the big blind shoves. Had this one already when we had 8s. It's the same spot, I think. I forget if ace 10 was a call or not. Let's see. 7 seconds. I think this one was a call. Yeah, we already had this one, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit. It was the king jack that folds ace 9, ace 8. But yeah, we're just raise calling it off, I guess, against the big stack. One of the big stacks. Here, we also saw this sim. We're gonna defend or shove. Doing a little bit of shoving with some suited kings. 8-3 suited. So against the tightest range at the table, we were folding some suited combos as a big stack, but this range will be a touch wider, and we might have a little bit more room to realize our equity, so I'm gonna assume that we do calls still. Yeah, so now we're defending every suited combo. This one, fold. Yeah, weak suited ace, just another one of those steals. We keep seeing this spot. King 9. I mean, we probably want to play like a maniac here, right? I don't know. I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to go 3-bet though. No, it's not. What are we 3-betting? So we 3-bet king 10, ace 9, ace 8. More of the offsuit aces. The offsuit kings don't really get in there. So it's actually more of the suited kings and offsuit aces. So suited kings, offsuit aces. That's an easy way to remember that. Low suited kings, offsuit aces, but not king 9. King 10, sure, but not king 9. Got our first one wrong. Ace 6, same thing as the other one. Queen deuce, I don't know what this is, I'm folding. King 7, no offsuit kings, right? Well, this is a different range. This range is shorter. Let's see what the 3-bets are here. Offsuit aces, suited kings. Little bit of offsuit king. All right, let's get one more kind of, after this one, let's get one more interesting one. This, I think we're just gonna fold. Mid stack against our like semi-short stack. I think we just wanna shove good stuff. Probably, I mean, we are in position. It's a very good price in position, but I think fold is where we're going. Yeah, just shoving good stuff. Ace 10 suited. Man, it's a tough one. We're gonna end on this one. Against a big stack, I would be pretty happy to get it in, but against this other short stack, I'm just nervous about this ace 10. I'm gonna just, it's crazy, but I'm gonna fold. Nice, nice. Yeah, good. So pairs, ace, queen, ace, king. Yeah, okay. So that's like pretty cool. We can do final table practice like that. Practicing the different stack steps. Like what do we do as the big stack? How do we defend as the big stack? What kind of like tricky plays can we do as the short stack? Like a lot of you guys might not be trying that, like raise with the ace 8, ace 9 offsuit. Looking at all those different 3-bets that the big stack can have. You know, king 3 offsuit, all those low suited kings, all those offsuit aces. So yeah, I think it's cool that we can kind of practice final tables that way. Hopefully we all learned something about the different dynamics in those 17 questions. So that's going to be my study for tonight. Short and sweet, but yeah, tonight's going to be all about just chilling, resting, and prepping for tomorrow. I am going to do one more thing. I'm going to look at the schedule and I'm going to write it out and see exactly how much we're playing tomorrow, what we're playing tomorrow, and when I should start. All right, guys, that is a wrap on episode 15 of the May Online Poker Series vlogs. Good news is we got the midweek sessions out of the way. These things are cursed. Tuesday, Wednesday, no good. I have a feeling tomorrow is gonna be a good session, man. I feel like tomorrow's gonna feel like a Sunday. and I'm gonna be live on Twitch tomorrow. Gonna be doing the whole streaming thing. Big session, long session, so you're not gonna want to miss tomorrow's vlog. Thank you for watching this one. If you do enjoy the vlogs, consider subbing to the channel. We got probably 10 more episodes to go, so love to see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.